What's up, everybody? Good Sunday morning. So nice to see all of you. And I don't know how many all of you are right now, but let me go over to my YouTube channel and mute my YouTube so that won't be a problem. There we go. And now it's good to see everybody. Real good to see everybody. Oh, notification went out. I am now live on YouTube. Yeah, I got some stuff to share with you. Yeah, I am. I was giving a little bit of time. Hi, good to see you. Ross, good to see you, brother. Glad you're in the house for sure. And missed you yesterday. You missed some you missed some excitement yesterday. I got a few things to share with you guys. What's up, Prince? Hey, Jim. Hope you are doing well, Prince. Whatever you may be into at the current moment. I don't know. I know you're an active guy. 01, Jess in the house, stuck in Manila from LA. I'm sorry to hear that. Ross says I was sleeping in late. I don't blame you. Nothing wrong with that. Mr. McGee, Roger, what's up, my friend? So good to see you. Frank, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Derek C, now troll free. Well, I don't know. I got something very interesting yesterday after the show was over, and I wanted to show it to you guys because I thought it was pertinent and relevant to the show yesterday. And maybe it matters to you, maybe it doesn't, but like a good Jeremy that I am, we were having a problem with the Beagles guy. And then we found out who was behind the whole situation, because that's the note that was read. You see right here? You see right there at the bottom? See right there? See that? Yeah. So that's okay. I threw a shot across the bow via YouTube about 10 minutes ago, so we'll see what happens there. It's just a little warning shot, nothing too big. Ross, where was I at over here? It says Jim in the house. Good morning, Jeremy. Good morning, Robert. Good to see you. John H. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. 01 says something about the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Gilmore High says we roll 30 deep on dead air. Yes, we do sometimes. Roger said couldn't see it. What does it say? It said, the note said, Richard says hi. That's what the note said. Derek says can't make out what the note said. Well, let me show you again. I'll show you again. Can you see that? Looks pretty clear to me. So to sum up yesterday, I basically got about 47 of those 5 cent, 2 cent PayPal. They were hoping to shut my PayPal account down. I contacted PayPal, and there is absolutely no reason to be worried about PayPal or anything else, because I've talked to PayPal. They've got the information, and it's no big deal. Also, I'm on StreamYards today, guys. So if you guys want to come on a little bit later, that'll be fine. Yeah, got a nickel, but there was about 47 of those nickels and 2 cents and Thai bots and all that stuff. Yeah, it's okay. I think everybody got it. Stuck, what's up? Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Derek C says, yep, can see it now, but don't know who Richard is. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, it's okay. We're not going to talk a lot about it. We're just going to talk about Stuck. Since I didn't have you on I didn't have you on, or I may have you on Facebook Messenger, but I can't remember what your actual name is, which is sad. I'll show you again since you didn't get to see it, that this was the cause of all the problems yesterday. Can you read that clearly? Everybody see the note at the bottom? And here comes the onslaught today. So, which doesn't matter because I was told exactly what to do and let it come. You probably hear the phone dinging a lot. In fact, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because I just am. I want to know about, before I get into the gratitude and gift stuff. I want to know about Spartan Chemical Company. Spartan Chemical Company. Anybody ever heard of that? I'm very interested in it. And I want to know more about it. Anyway, okay, so let's get into the mask and the gift, because this is really very important to me. Turn my phone down a little bit lower there. And that's all the same guy from yesterday, guys, sending 5-cent contributions. See, this is the same guy from yesterday. He's still sending them. Same guy. Hope you all can see that. And he told me he would, in a note yesterday, he told me he would send them, which is fine. It's no problem, because I've already talked to the account. So, Stuck says, I don't have JC, or I don't have Facebook JC. My name is Mike, and I sent you $10 last night. That would have met. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. Well, if you're not using Facebook, it doesn't matter. So, let me talk about my topic, because I think you got a pretty good one here. And if you contribute anything to the, I just turned my phone on silent. If you contribute anything to the channel today, and don't feel like you have to, but if you do, put a little note inside over there so I'll see it. Because I've got the volume completely muted on the cell phone. So, when the mask comes off and a gift with no expectations, I want to talk about the mask coming off first and foremost. There is a theory, and I think this theory holds a bunch of water, and it's absolutely true. I have seen, heard, and been a witness to, I think every one of us carry a mask. Spartan is a chemical cleaning company out of the U.S. Interesting. Thanks, Derek. And that's all I need to know. I can look for what I need after that. Stuck says, go more height, what's up in Bamaland? Here's the mask theory. So you walk around with a mask with people that you've never met before, and that mask is the display of what you want people to, or who you want people to think you are. This happens to all of it. Everybody wears that mask at some point. And at some point, that mask falls off. It falls off. And when it falls off, you get to see the underlying character of the person that you thought that you knew. So the danger in that is, while they're still wearing the mask, it's probably not a good idea. Roger Traco, hello from Illinois. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thank you. Hike says, I've had low energy all day just laying around in my pajamas. I hear you, man. So I'm assuming then you don't want to come on if you're laying around in your pajamas. If anybody wants to come on, just send me a message in the YouTube thing, because I'm watching it from YouTube today. Excuse me. So I have been around a lot of people, and I have seen a lot of people that wear that mask. That super nice person, they're going to be very nice to you. Tell you things that they want to stand behind you no matter what. That they got your back, this, that, and the other, and all that stuff. So um, you know that's typically what you find from people, and I tend to find that it happens more. I guess it's because I was used to it in America, but I thought the expat community would be the older people with brains and who had plenty of life experience and would not act so childish. I mean, it's almost like you get an expat over here in Thailand or wherever, Philippines, Vietnam, and then they act like they're 13 again or something because uh, why? You have all this life experience you could share with somebody, and why don't you share it? Like, why don't you share your life experience? Why don't you share the good things? Why don't you uh, you know, uh, I mean, help people not in the form of currency, but help people in the form of knowledge. And what you'll often find out is they don't do that because in their heart there's a lot of pent up evil and a lot of pent up animosity, and it's just very sad. It's very very sad. It's very sad to see. Stuck says there is has been people scamming PayPal accounts lately because if it's not set up correctly, uh, they will shut it down. Yeah, but this is my PayPal account's been set up perfectly, and has never had a problem. Hike says, I think I will get my laptop set up. Cool. Derek C says, you'd think a group of expats in a foreign country would be a close knit group taking care and looking after one another. That's right. You would, but it doesn't do that thing. Unfortunately, age has nothing to do with maturity. You're right about that too, Stuck. You're definitely right. Age does not, you can be mature at any age, but only with age comes wisdom. That's something my dad always told me. And I believe that. And you would think that the wiser people would simply, not do it, would simply pass on the knowledge and that kind of thing. Now, everybody's mask is going to fall off at some point. Hey, Drew, greetings from Boston. Greetings to you, bud. Derek C says, I guess some are there because they are running from situations they create at home, acting like that. Yes, and some come here to be somebody that they're not. Feel like if they get away from everything they knew, they can be whoever they want to be. Jim said, yes, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. Jim says, start this has nothing to do about it being set up correctly. I think it meant stuck. This has nothing but set up correctly. It has to do with the note that was on the bottom of the one. Yeah, that's right. But nobody's scamming my account. They're just putting absurd amount of money in it for whatever reason. I don't know. What happens when you give a gift with no expectations? Then you're truly giving somebody a gift. Here's the thing about gift, and Roger says jealousy is an ugly trait. Jealousy leads to animosity, and leads to envy, and then when you become envious of someone, animosity follows shortly thereafter, and that animosity will consume you. It will consume you. Jim said, Roger, you hit the nail on the head with that comment. Yep. Animosity and hatred will absolutely consume you. And that's why, my reactions are very simplistic, and it doesn't matter. Prince says, hope the PayPal person isn't the same dude I found on Facebook in Nissan. I don't know. It may be. Not sure he's got a Las Vegas address. Hang on a second, guys. I didn't want to take any time to interrupt what I was doing or what I was saying, but I think I will, just to prove something here. One sec. So this is the dude that I get it from right here. I don't know who he is or any of that stuff. I have no idea. But this is the guy. See, he's still pumping money through right now in little cents and stuff. But that's him. If you know who he is, tell him I wish he would find better things to do with his life. I don't know. Was that him, Prince? I'm not sure. So, a gift with no expectations. A gift with no expectations is simply this. When you give someone something and you say to them, you know, you don't owe me nothing. Don't think about paying me back. Don't think about doing this. This is all on me. That kind of thing. When you do something like that, that is a real gift, unless you have an ulterior motive behind it. And if you have an ulterior motive behind it, then you're not giving a gift. You're giving a symbol of manipulation. That's what you're doing. You're trying to manipulate the other person on the other side. For example, I shot a bunch of island videos, as you guys know, on this channel. And what would happen is the guy in the island videos with me would say, "Hey man, let's go to the islands. I got everything taken care of. You don't have to worry about paying a thing." Okay, let's go. To me, that's a gift with no expectations. However, once I find, he would let me know at the end of the when we got back just how much everything cost. Try to throw a little guilt trip under me, and so I would hit him with a few thousand. I started to say pesos, but I would hit him with a few thousand baht, right? But when things are clear and concise, like I gave you guys the example the other day about Ross, he was clear and concise with me about helping me move to Bangkok. He said, "Pay for gas up there and back, and buy his lunch." I think I bought his lunch. Ross, did I buy your lunch? I think I did. But with buying his lunch, that was it. That was it. No manipulation, no nothing. And that's how it should be, in my opinion. It really is how it should be. Derek C says, "Take the high road. Karma pays everyone correctly in the end." You are 100% correct on that, Derek. And I have taken the high road. There's no doubt about that. I don't suspect myself of not making or taking the high road in anything. And misery does love company, that's for sure. When you're miserable, you're gonna draw in misery around you, and it's just so sad. It's so sad to see a miserable person when they could be perfectly happy with everything. There says, "Take the high road. Karma pays everyone correctly in the end. Miserable people want others to lower their level. Misery truly loves company." I agree with you. So what I want to say, guys, is this: if you give somebody a gift, right? Let me give you an example. There was a person on this channel, and they said they were having a medication issue back home. I'm not going to tell you who it was, okay? But if they want to verify, they can verify. They were having a medication issue. They had fallen on hard times, and they needed some money to get their medication. And what I did was I fronted them out of my own pocket the money to get the medication. And I said, I was clear and concise. I said, "Listen, I'll give this to you. Give it back to me as soon as you can." And that's exactly what happened. Philthos, you hit it on the head. Too often a gift is a bribe. That's pretty much it. That can happen so very often. It's not even funny. A gift being a bribe. That is 100% correct. And I will tell you that most of the time when I'm giving a gift, it's a bribe. It's an ulterior motive to do something else. White Dog 17 says difference between a gift and a loan. Yes, there is a huge difference between a gift and a loan. For example, I wouldn't invite somebody to come with me, and I wouldn't say, hey, whoever, let's go to, let's say somebody was here in Bangkok. I wouldn't say, hey, come with me to the, I don't know, come with me to the gangster sauna in Pata. Everything's on me. You don't have to worry about it. Well, when I take them down there, I don't. I sense a teachable moment. Says DoMoreLife. Yeah, this is teachable. The thing about it is I don't tell them, hey, come with me and bring X amount of dollars, because I'm gonna. If I tell you I'm inviting you and I got it covered, then I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover it. Point blank. And I'm not going to expect anything in return from them in the future. I don't expect anything in return for them at all. Oh, Go More Hike, you back in the back? Let's get you on here, bud. I don't see you. Oh, I got to put the invite up. Sorry. You got 2 beers in you. That's funny. One second. Let's see. Albie, hey man, how you doing? Dale Croker says, living almost 10 years in Thailand, it seems to me the best way to learn about Thailand has not come from fellow expats. You're 100% right on that. Sometimes we get good information from expats, but most of the time, everything's a setup. And that's sad to say, but it is. And that's just the way life works. Let's see. Stuck says a gift is a way to keep a friend. A loan is a way to lose one. 100% correct. Absolute true statement. Dale says, what did Dale say? Some things I have learned more what to do or what not to do by watching fellow expats as learning what to do. I will come on sometime if you like. Sure, Dale. Anytime. You can come on anytime. I always say there are 2 kinds of people in the world: those that teach you what you need to do, and those that teach you what not to do. Like, I sent the link out. I still don't see you in the back. Jim says, hey Jeremy, when you're ready for that link to put up, how about come on for a minute? I'm not going to stay on very long, just a few minutes. Yeah, you can come in. I got the thing open in the back. Philtho says, the way I was raised, Roger said that's a good one, Stuck. Yes, it was. Philtho says, the way I was raised was to never make loans, at least in the heart. Give gifts. If it comes back to you, that's great. And if not, you have no attachment to it and you wouldn't do it as a gift. And you would also have no animosity either. See, that's what I tell people. If somebody asks me, can I borrow $20? I'm going to tell, if I got the $20 to lose, to never see again, then I'll give them $20. But if I've got, if I need that $20 to survive on, then I'm not going to give them the $20. I'm going to say, no, I don't have it. Because when I give it to somebody, I never expect it in return. I never expect to see it again. And I've said that before on other streams. George, hello. Prince says, makes me wonder, how do people set up businesses that caters to expats outside of food or something that caters to tourists? I I've got a thought about that, Prince, but I don't want to go into it right now. That'd be a little bit off topic, so it's all good. George says, wisdom is all. I like that. White Dog says, gifted a friend 5K 20 years ago. He was on the verge of being homeless. Now, every year, I use his vacation home in Palm Beach, Florida. He got a job with Google. George said, life experiences is all. Yeah, life experiences teaches you a whole bunch of things. Okay, here we go. Now we got some stuff coming on. Let's add Hike. Go on, Hike. What's up, brother?
Am I on?
And,
hey, Ross in the house.
Ross in the house.
Ross in the house. Let me go mute my camera, my microphone on the other side here.
Okay, otherwise, no problem, man.
Back.
I think I've done that already. I kind of played with my microphone a little bit.
You gotta be ahead of it. I wasn't. All right.
Let's see.
All right, I'm gonna have four of you on here for just a second, so everybody be polite. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and just let you guys chat away.
You can tell where I am.
I think you can.
Yeah, I know where you are.
On the thing. I'm just
Like that feel.
That's my.
If everybody would give me just a minute to say something, I appreciate it.
Go ahead, Jim.
This is the first time I've worn clean clothes all day. I was like literally in like a t-shirt and an old pair of shorts like all day, and I slept in them last night. And then I went in the other room, and I was like, put this on.
It's all good, Ike.
And I've got pants on for once.
I hear you, bro. Jim says he wants a minute to say something. Jim, you gotta get closer to your microphone, bro.
Yeah, can you hear me okay right now?
Yeah, sure can. Go ahead. Talk it out.
Okay. All right, so here's what I wanted to say. I'm in a lot of for some reason. Anyway, here's what I wanted to say is Jeremy just made a statement about something about he helped someone back in the States. Let me tell you what happened. I was involved in a major car accident back in August. I was hit by a semi-truck. And Jeremy and I were talking on Facebook Messenger one night, and my son was out of town working, and I had to get my medication for my back, and I had got that medication, and my heart medicine had came due, and I was just telling Jeremy about my son had got called out of town for a week to work, and I said I'm gonna be without my heart medication for a week till my son gets back, because he was out and I was unable to contact him for sending me the money. Jeremy offered to send me that money and for me to pay for my medications. And here is exactly what Jeremy said. He said, give it back to me when you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. But when you can and you get straightened out, if you would send it back, I would appreciate it. He expected nothing back at all, but if I could, he would appreciate it if I would pay him back. And, you know, I've kept that quiet, but, you know, nobody else, none of my friends, I don't really have family except my son, but none of my friends or anybody else, Jeremy, here he is thousands of miles away from me. And I was just telling him the story. I didn't ask him for it. He offered it.
No, he didn't ask. He didn't ask.
With no expectations for nothing. He said, I'm going to send you that money. And I said, no, you have it hard enough where you're at. But he was determined for me, because he's had heart problems. He was determined for me to get my heart medicine. And he did that. And then I showed him the receipts or the bottle of medicine where I went to get it, so he knows that's what I used it for. But he went out of his way. Jeremy is a great guy. He's never asked me to do any of these challenges I do. I do that for the channel, and I was doing it before that happened, and I'm doing it after that happened. But, you know, and what he's trying to say is, you know, other people's, and we all know who you're talking about, Jeremy, you know, and it's a shame that that's somebody, you're over there and you have a friend from America comes over here and you think you have a true friend, and then they turn around and stab you in the back. And I'm mad about it. I called this a long time ago, and I kept it to myself. But
no, you didn't. You let me in.
Well, actually, I did
a long time ago.
Actually, I sent Richard an email probably about a month and a half ago before all this ever happened, and I told him what I thought about him and the way he was doing, because I saw it. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I saw what he was doing behind it. I knew it, and now this has happened, and Jeremy gets all this stuff last night because he knows Friday night is our good live stream that we all get together, we have a good time, we have challenges, and it's we do the contributions, the challenges for the channel on Friday nights, and they was determined to come in there and try to ruin it, lock down Jeremy's PayPal so nobody could send it. But you know what?
And they're still doing it right now, bro. Right now,
That's
as you
it.
speak, it's still coming in.
But Jeremy, thank you for what you did for me back at that time. Thank goodness I'm straightened out now. And you know, I really appreciate what you did. You're a great person. You're a great friend, and I can't wait to get to Thailand to actually meet you in person because
Man,
you did
you are
for me
more
than
than
anybody.
welcome. You are
Thank you for
more than
everything. And
welcome.
family, we've made a family in here. And guys, just remember what a good friend he is to us, and what a good family member he is to us to put this family together. Just remember this just remember that. And, you know, our true selves will show that we're dedicated to you, Jeremy, and we appreciate you.
No, I already know. I already know. Thank you, Jim. I really appreciate that, man. And
Guys, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch for the trolls. I can't do both adequately. So I'm going to go back and watch for the trolls. Y'all enjoy. I'll be watching for you on the cameras. But I just wanted to get that out there about you doing for that for the medications. And I appreciate it. And that just goes to show you what type of person Jeremy is, guys.
thank
That's
you, brother.
pretty cool.
I appreciate it, man. And we'll see you later, Jim. Thank you. All right, Hike, Ross. What's up, guys?
I was worried about not the 5 cents you're getting. It's when they go back to PayPal later and say, "Hey, I want to dispute this charge," and PayPal charges you $10 for each dispute.
Well, they can't, but because I'm declined. PayPal specifically told me just to refund all the incomings, and there wouldn't be a problem. I gave the sender's name, address. Of course, that's not his real name, I'm sure, but gave him the name, address, transaction IDs. I sent the whole thing to PayPal, and it's really not been a problem since then.
Okay, because I know when with PayPal they can charge you $10 for each one of those disputes.
Yeah, well, they can't charge me because he's sending such in that it has to be a certain amount. I know what you're talking about, Ross, but it has to be a certain amount of money too. And this is coming in $5 Thai baht or 5 Thai baht, and it's coming in 5 cent to 2 cent USD.
Okay, that would be a big worry for me. But as long as you got it covered, it should be good.
Yeah, I got it covered. I mean, PayPal sent me 2 messages back, both on the Thai baht that he was sending, and then on the USD, and they said just as long as I refunded it, it wouldn't be a problem. And they also set me up basically saying we understand this person is who he is. It won't affect your activity, blah blah, that kind of thing. So they know who he is. They know where it's coming from. So it's not going to affect my activity. Even if I didn't refund it, it wouldn't affect it.
I guess eventually they'll just shut down his PayPal account then.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what they said. So exactly.
PayPal charges 29 cents a transaction. So if they're sending you 5 cents, somebody's being charged 24 cents somewhere.
Yeah. But the PayPal fee for the issuance of the refund is being it's being waived because it's just because of the way it is. The way I got it set up, PayPal basically told me I had nothing to worry about. So and they went into agreements over that, and went into we know who the person is. We've got the name, the account, You know, if they send you money, issue refunds, basically at your leisure. So it's no big deal as long as I keep reporting to PayPal. It's no problem.
Good.
Thankfully.
Yeah. What a way to try to screw somebody.
I know, right? Yeah, they're going to end up
being a
screwing
vlogger.
themselves.
It's tough being a vlogger.
It is.
It's not tough. It's tough having to deal with people who are jealous of vloggers or just don't like vloggers for whatever reason. Vlogging is easy. You just put the camera in front of you and start talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other people who on the other end who just, for some reason, have a hair up their rear, who just want to act stupid.
I could not agree with that anymore, Ross. You're 100% correct. It really is the stupid people that take all the fun out of vlogging. I mean, it really, really, really is. And it is what it is. But I still stand by my, you know, somebody taking their mask off. And I believe in that 100%. I believe when you first meet people, even if they don't intentionally do it, you're still meeting we used to call it their representative, right? That's what we used to say. Instead of mask, we would just say you meet their representative, which is the same thing as to say somebody's holding a mask or wearing a mask, and you get to see who they are eventually at some point in time. So, you know, it is what it is. And I believe that I always try to, and especially now, since I've been through so much, I try to make sure that I understand people, and I look for the little hot spots. And I tried to shut this thing down peacefully. In terms, everybody knows we're talking about Richard. I tried to shut it down peacefully. I sent him a nice message, and that message ended with "goodbye for now," and that was it. And I specifically stated in that message that this is a private issue. It does not need to become public. And yet here he is with, you know, got somebody or got his own self doing this PayPal thing, which is, I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
I can't imagine somebody taking the time and effort to do that, though. I mean, it's stupidity in motion.
It really is. And they're still coming in now as we talk.
Because like, look, you know, because like with all due respect, yeah. Because like with all due respect, Jeremy, you know, you've got like, what is it, 26,000 subscribers. You know, you don't have like 1 million or 5 million or anything. You're not like a famous celebrity or anything. So, like, what's the point? You're just an average guy, you know, teacher and doing a vlog or what do you call it?
Yeah, exactly.
Vlog live.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not like you're a famous celebrity or anything.
100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. It's that envy, it's that jealousy, it's all that stuff. And that's just the way it's going to be. I mean, that's, you know, people would, I guess, whoever this guy is, and I'm gonna find out exactly who he is in about 2 days. And I'm gonna send him a nice email, and then he can decide if he wants to continue with this or not. But yeah. So anyway, anything you guys want to add to the conversation, I would greatly appreciate it.
Sure. Hey, Roger McGee, those nickels don't add up when PayPal charges a fee first. So even though somebody's sending money, he's not actually receiving it. It's just a crap that he's sending. You know, Facebook wants you. So anybody understand how PayPal works? They charge 29 cents and 2.9 cents per transaction. So you figure you need to send at least 35 cents just to be able to break even.
Mm-hmm.
So something to think about. I do a lot of
just to put a shot over the bow. Let me see here. Let me read this.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So just to
Oh,
send
is that the dog's name?
out, so you guys,
Yes.
so you guys know Richard ripped a bunch of my videos and put some content on his channel. And just so you know, I just got I'll show you. Hang on one second. I want to put a stop to all this nonsense, this crap that's going on. And if I have to, I'll do more, but I don't want to. But I just got the copyright submission right here. Let me go to StreamYard so you guys can see it. If you can see the very top right here, it says content has been removed. Can you guys see that? The content has been removed.
It's a little small.
So,
I'll take your word for it, though.
Says go search for Richard Returns Part 2. It ain't there anymore because he ripped my video, and that's the price you pay, I guess. So
Wow.
I am not.
And that was a nice story Jim told earlier, because I've been following you now for, has it been like 2 years? It seems like, it don't seem like it's been that long, but I think it's been like 2 years.
I don't think it's been that long, because I've only been in Thailand just a little over 2 years. And when I say just a little over, I mean in a couple of days.
So I think I became a subscriber. I think it was the summer. Let's see, it's 2020. It was the summer of 2018. It was the summer of 2018. Mm-hmm. And what I'm getting at is you never have referred to that story Jim told about how you gave him money for his medical bills and stuff. It's not like you were out bragging about it and spent out on the internet. It's the first time it's been talked about in public. So that's a sign of a good person.
I even told you guys, I was like, the person that it happened to doesn't have to say, they don't have to say anything. I was just saying, like, and I wasn't using that as a pat on my back either. I was just saying that's the difference between a gift and an ulterior motive. And unfortunately, we're dealing with, someone with just no self-esteem, and probably not the gall to do anything himself. He'll probably call his Italian mafia friends and maybe have them rough me up a little bit. That'll be whatever it is. But I'm gonna have to do with him the same thing I had to do with the other ones. I file a U.S. affidavit. I have to go to Pattaya, file a police report there with the affidavit to make sure they know who to look for in case anything happens. I hate to do all that, but hey, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I remember that story you told that time on your channel. You made a video about it where, was it last year? I forget what it was, but you went to a certain place, not in Bangkok, and you went to a certain bar, and you sensed danger approaching, and you got up and then you made your escape. And if you had not done the right thing or kept your cool, it could have really been bad for you. I still remember that video, so be careful out there. Be careful out there.
Oh, I definitely will. I'm not going to stop going to Pattaya out of fear. I'm not going to stop going to. I'm not going anywhere without fear, because people outside may know people. I mean, how much do we hear this from other trolls first? Other trolls are always talking about, oh, I'm going to do this. I know this guy. And they're going to do this and that, and the other. And, that's fine. Let them do whatever they want to, but at least they'll know exactly who to look for next time. So, I'm not. What that video that you're talking about when I escaped Pattaya was just to make sure nothing bad went, nothing bad happened. Let me try to catch up with the comments real quick, guys, if you don't mind, and feel free to comment on anything that said or anything that I said. Roger McGee says, graduate the School of Hard Knocks. That's right. I've been there, done that. Boy, if you knew my background, you would really understand. Let's see. John 8 says, "Is it hot yet in Thailand?" Yes, it is.
Not today.
It's hot year round, unless it's
Not
raining on
today.
you. Unless it's raining on you.
Where I am today, Jeremy, I got a nice light breeze. You can hear the birds chirping in the background, and it's maybe 80 degrees. Got a nice light breeze. We had a really good storm last night. Kept the temperature down.
Yeah, it rained so hard in Bangkok, I couldn't even see the buildings next to me.
Did you see the hail? Did you see the video from Isan of the hail that was the size of golf balls falling down a couple days ago?
I did. I saw that, and I also saw the flooding in Pattaya.
Did you see the flooding in Rayong, though?
Did I see the flooding where?
In Rayong.
No, I did not.
Over near immigration office in that that area, over near Matapud, they must have had about a foot of rain on the inside road, on the main road there.
Understood completely. That's a lot of flooding, because that's a non-usually flooding location, I would say.
It's just where you as you go down the hill before you hit Soy 24 to go to immigration. As you go down, right there, it flooded. There's about a foot of water on the road.
Wow. That is that's quite a bit of water for sure.
That's a lot, especially in that area where it's all normally just trucks coming through there.
Yep. I hope nobody got hurt in the flood. That would be definitely not a good thing for sure. Let me see what. All right, I'm gonna catch up on the comments here, and then we'll continue on, guys. Prince says, "I think it's going to rain today in Pattaya." It probably will. It'll probably rain today again, I imagine. Stuck says, "Ross and Rayon, can you see the chat?" I don't know if he can see it.
They said someone. It's probably my mic is having the issue. I'll just mute myself if I'm not talking. Let me know if that's any better.
Okay. Dino says,
Yeah, that's better, Ross.
Yeah. That is better, Ross. Dino says, "Good morning from Sydney, guys." Good morning, Dino. Good to see you, man. Dino says, "You guys are awesome. Morning, Prince." Absolutely. Maple Charlie says, "Why does PayPal not like it when someone sends a crap ton of 5-cent contributions?" Because it's the number of contributions. Scott Selway, hello, Scott. Good to see you, man. Hello, Jeremy, Hike, and Ross. Raymond says, "Good evening from Boston. Does Cash App work in Thailand?" It should. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Tim says, "Hey, Ray, New Hampshire here." Hey, Tim, by the way. I hadn't seen you yet. Good to see you, bud. Equate hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I got the what do you call it? When I went to the grocery store, was yesterday or day before. They actually had some in, so I bought a bottle.
No, go more hike. You could also get rubbing alcohol and a cotton ball. Do the same thing for a lot cheaper.
I do still have a bottle of rubbing alcohol still on hand, but I don't have any because I've got some small bottles of hand sanitizer. You know, the travel size ones that are about half empty, but I don't have a little funnel, to kind of make some hand sanitizer. So I've been getting by, but when I saw this in stock, I went ahead and bought it since it was ready made. And these are my masks that I got from Wish. I don't know what it says, but I wore one yesterday or the day before. So
Tim says it's April 25th. Game yet. It's all good. Life is good. That's funny. Why is this Richard guy so upset? Because he has no self-esteem and now he's not getting any attention that he wants. He's getting the attention that he doesn't want. Jim says, okay, that's Jim's opinion. Raymond says, "Did you hear Edelman to FL?" I heard that. I heard that a bunch of the Patriots were going. I heard Gronk was coming back for Brady.
And was Edelman? Was he the coach? Or was Edelman?
I got to catch up on these comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Stuck in Florida says, where was I? 7 people I follow is live streaming right now. A lot of bored people out there. Yes, sir. Indeed. We are bored. Roger said, "Who let the dogs out?" I like that. Scott says, "New meaning Wi-Fi took a dump." That's funny. Jim says, "Guys, just remember before you go through his channel praising him, what a great job he's doing. He's a snake in the grass, in my opinion. Of course, Jim's not going to let up." Scott says, "I remember Jeremy had someone dock you." Yep. I did several times. Filtho says somebody needs to mute their mic big time. That was Ross. He did. Ross, you go mark check your mic. Yeah, so we had a little where were we here? Everybody check their mic, and Ross muted his. Filtho says I saw go more hike. It's not you, it's probably Ross. Boy, there was a lot of mic checking going on right there. Okay. All right, we're good. Go ahead, guys. Ross, hike, talk away.
Oh, I got to have material now.
Yeah, you gotta have material,
I
man.
don't have like a good story. I could tell you about
So
me going to the grocery store and.
I'm just giving a tour of the resort since I'm over here with nothing else to do. Thought I'd just update all the plants. So.
That's okay.
Hey, does anybody know of a good hotel to stay at in Rayong when times go back to normal? I've been looking all over for a good place in Rayong to stay.
That's a good.
Wait a minute. I might be able to show you one. Hang on a second. I believe this place here might help.
Oh, I've heard good things about Buntam and Chui. I've heard good things.
I like the way you perfectly.
Well, he said it one time, or I heard him on either his channel or somewhere.
Buntam and Chui. It would be my mother-in-law, father-in-law's names. That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, I still remember those videos he did on what was it called? Swan Son Beach. Also known as Piney.
Soon. Like the word soon, like I'll be coming over soon, and then just repeat it again. Soon, which means Piney Beach.
So
I was way off, man. My bad, guys.
Yeah, if truth be told, I have gone night clubbing a couple times, but I do like to get out into the countryside and to the ancient temples and to the beaches and stuff.
To Dino, yes, some of the houses are. He's asking if they made a teak. Yes, some of them are.
Hey, Steve, I didn't see you pop in there. Scott Selway, WR for New England, wide receiver for New England. Oh, talking about Edelman.
That's who.
Raymond loves the sounds of nature. That's cool.
Soon Beach means piney beach because there are a bunch of pine trees all along the beach. Thus, Piney Beach. You can see a video Jeremy and I did when we were over there. You can see all the pine trees. He's got it on his channel. So.
Yeah, it's up. It's under. I think it's under the playlist Rayong, if I'm not mistaken. I got a Rayong playlist, so it's definitely under there.
Yep, those are some good videos.
So you guys just came to a dead even stop right there.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some say. Yeah, if I was Tom Brady, man, I would have retired like 5 years ago. Being married to Gisele Bundchen, and he could make money just being like a fashion model and stuff. So I've seen him in magazines and stuff doing like fashion model stuff. So
he does modeling and he does a lot of things, man. And Tom Brady's one of those guys that I love to hate. And the reason I say that is because I'm definitely not a Patriots fan, but he's so good. He's so good. I like to watch him play, but I hate it when he wins. So it's
even when they're playing a bad team, it's still nice to watch the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be entertaining and stuff.
We're going to find out if this was about Brady and the talent on the team, or if this was about Belichick and the coaching staff. We're going to see if the because Belichick is not coming to Tampa Bay. That was the coach for, or I guess you'd say he's still the coach there, right? So Yeah, at New England, as far as I know, anyway. Yeah, definitely. But we're going to find out if it truly is. So they always talk about Belichick can, just put this player in and make him a star, and put this player in and make him a star. And in many cases, I think that's true. But at the same time, I don't think that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting for me to watch. If we get to have a football season this year, and I really hope we do, I would really be interested to see what the Patriots look like without some of their top players. I think that would be really, really, really cool. Ross, are you a Patriots fan? You still in here?
I don't follow sports. I follow mixed martial arts.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand football. That would mean you have to sit for 3 hours once a week to keep up with it. It's much easier to watch highlights of fights when you want to.
I agree. You're right. Jim says the Buccaneers may actually have a chance. I'm doing something this year and it works out perfect because the Super Bowl will be here in Tampa next year. That's interesting. Dino said when the time comes for all the countries to drop their LD, we should all meet up in Pattaya for a family reunion. Hey, I'm all for it, man. I had one time. It was good. Stuck says Tom Brady would have been a mediocre quarterback if he went to Cleveland.
That's a bold statement there. Even I don't watch that much football, but that's a bold statement. I don't know if I have to go that far now.
Well, I mean, the coaches that one thing you can't deny is the coaches at New England. They're very good. And Bill Belichick probably one, and I hate to say this too because I don't really like him that much either, but he's probably one of the best coaches ever in football. There's really I don't see how anybody could deny that, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. When you win so many Super Bowls, you can't argue with that too much.
That's right. Definitely can't argue with that. So everybody got the message about I hope everybody understood what I was talking about the mask coming off and gift with no expectations. When you give somebody, give them no expectations. When you meet somebody, try as hard as you possibly can to get that mask off of you as fast as possible and just recognize when they're wearing theirs. Because remember, the first time you meet somebody, you're always meeting their representative. And that representative may hang around for months or years if you can't see it coming. That's just my opinion. Actually, it's not my opinion, but that's my experience, my life experience. And that's how I feel.
Jeremy, I'm gonna bounce on a video because I'm gonna be walking around, but I'll be listening.
All right.
Hope y'all enjoyed the little tour of the resort. You can see there's a lot more growth from the last time you were here. That's what happens when you water all the time, every day. You water plants, they grow. And it's gone crazy around here. Not like in the house when my daughter's doing a horrible job of watering the yard. Half the yard is dirt and weeds right now. It's so pathetic. I got to get over there sometime in the next week to clean that up. Jeremy, I'll talk with you later, buddy. I'll be on chat.
See you later.
Okay, Rob. Have a good one, man. All right.
Yeah. So, I've been, what do you call it, disappointed in people as well. I've had a few good, I should say, what's the phrase I'm looking for? I've had some close friends over the years, but not too many. And, some bad stuff has happened to me. And so I've had some stuff happen to me. I've always kept to myself.
I am, I'm truly sorry to hear that, Hike, but this is, it's one of those things. People are going to be people, man. And when people decide to be, unfortunately, when they decide to, go behind your back and do all these things. And the reason all this started was because, I was wishing him all the best on his channel. I was trying to plug him.
You never said anything bad about him. I mean, I watched your videos.
I was trying my best to plug and help. And then he was leaving up the guys that, last year when I got all those death threats, he had pinned to the top of his videos their comments. And their comments also, all of them, indirectly related to me. And when I say indirectly, I mean they talked about my live streams and how we do them and that kind of thing. So you know they were talking about me. And I didn't understand why somebody that claims to be your friend would leave that up, because he did some videos on my channel as well, but when people would leave a bad comment, I just deleted it. If it said anything offensive towards him, I would delete it. Because that's just like common courtesy, respect. I don't think there's any. I don't really get what the whole purpose was. And then when I just blatantly said, you're hanging around people that I don't want to be around. You're talking about people you're talking with people that I don't want to talk to. And I've always said, Ike, and you can attest to this, and so can anybody else in the chat that's ever listened. I've always said, if you are a person and you start hanging around people that I don't want to be around, or I don't want to be like, I'm gonna remove myself from you. I don't know. I don't know what really happened. I really don't. Other than dude's got a bad case of very low self-esteem, man. I mean, the smallest things in the world really bother him, and that's why he feels like a king when he comes over here. I still, at this point, I still wish him the best, but if he's going to play with me, I'll play back. And, I'm kind of a veteran of being trolled. I've had people call my job. I've had people throw bricks through my windows. I've had people send people after me. I've had people, all the threats in the world you can think of. And I've seen people try to file criminal charges against me, and that didn't work for them very well. I've pretty much seen just about it all. I really have. And when you're dealing with somebody that's been around the block, they usually got the upper hand on you because they know what's going on. And see, I thought about things far in advance before I did them. And that's what happened. Jim says, this all goes back. Jim says, guys have to step away. Okay. Jim says, this all goes back to the chat that we had last week, maybe on Wednesday, about the list of 10 that you had, Jeremy. That was so good. Yeah, I enjoyed that video. We had a good live stream about the top 10. I forgot what it was. Top 10 something. Scott Selway says, too much drama with bloggers. I agree 100%, Scott. After I get what I'm saying now out of the way, then it's pretty much every once in a while you have to have a talk, right, with your community about what's going on. And that's basically what I'm doing right now. After this, whatever goes on will go on without you guys knowing. So you don't have to worry about being bogged down by drama. This is not a drama channel. This is a travel, fun, photography, and education channel. That's what we do on here.
I like that phrase.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm gonna let you say it at the end too. But there's that's not what this channel was designed for. That's not what it was set up for. And unfortunately, a few selfish people had to go out and ruin that. But I will handle that behind the scenes without you guys knowing anything. And by all means, and I said it before and I'll say it again. If you guys are fans of his, go watch his videos. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. But just don't come in here with nefarious intentions. That's all I'm saying. Because you have every right to watch whoever you want to. I'm not that guy. Ross says, do you think he expected all your subscribers to instantly start following his channel? Well, pretty much the core of the subscriber group did. And, I mean, that's just the truth. Filtho says, sounds like he's mastered the fine art and intricate internal understanding of face. Yes, he has. He spent enough time in Thailand. He understands about saving face. And, don't be surprised for him to come out with a whole laundry list of how bad Jeremy is and all this good stuff. But we don't want to start airing secrets out on YouTube, do we, Mr. Richard? No, we don't. No, we don't. Because that would be a bad day for you. And that is not my style. So don't force me to go there, please. Let's see here. Where was I at? Filtho said, oh yeah, I got that. Ross said, at Scott Selway, it's one reason I stopped making videos. I got too much hate comments after setting my live stream for S3. Setting up live streaming, DoMoreLife S3. Oh yeah.
What is S3?
I'll tell you offline. I don't want to say it on here because
yeah. I don't need to know. No big deal.
Well, there you go. Ross said it right there in that comment. Do you see it, Ike?
Yeah. Do I need to Google that or?
It's a nightlife spot in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dino says, have you heard from Ron? I have not heard. You talking about Ron Floyd? I have not heard from Ron in forever. I hope he is doing okay. I really do. I truly hope he's doing okay. I really hope he's doing okay. Prince says there's some crazy people on YouTube sometimes. I had a guy demand I fly to New York City to accept this challenge to a kung fu fight.
That would be so funny.
That would be funny.
And then like a song would come over the radio. Everybody been kung fu fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Scott says, I really like your video on retirement, Ross. It's math. Yeah, he did a good job. I still sing kung fu fighting. Let's see. Ross is talking about his retirement. Ross has got a great retirement video on here. It's got, I believe it's got over 100,000 views, if I'm not mistaken. And if you guys want to see that, just type in, it's the title of the video is the exact amount of money needed to retire in Thailand. But it's not actually the exact amount of money. It's an exact formula that Ross has worked out. And it just works. It works. And it was a really, really good, informative video.
Yeah, it's in your popular videos section. If you go to like look at Jeremy's channel and you do like view channel and whatever, do popular videos,
I didn't know that.
It'd be like in the top 5 or so.
Barry says, bring back Montelli. Montelli's got to calm down. He'll be okay. Morton says, I've never liked Richard from day one. I got the feeling he was trying to take over your channel. He did, but I didn't think it was my place to say anything. It's okay. I want you guys to speak up from now on. I want you guys to call my attention to things. I really do. Dino says, oh, Brian is doing good. So do I.
Oh, competition. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Florida. What are you talking about? Competition?
Oh, I was talking to myself.
Okay. Big Bear, Huggy Bear says Tom Brady is the best and a winner on and off the field. I don't doubt that. I'm just not a Patriots fan. That's all. Filtho says Philly Kung Fu fight, bang, 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 bang. All right, keep them entertained.
Oh, I got to talk now. But I did have something on my mind is that when I was younger, I guess it would be fair to say I was more optimistic. I've always been a big Star Trek fan, especially Star Trek Next Generation. Mm-hmm. And what do you call it? Earth has come together and building starships and going to boldly go where no one has gone before. And I really like that, all kind of science fiction stories. Well, my fear is the reality of what the future will bring is more like The Walking Dead. And I stopped watching that show because it's too depressing. Because the way I look at The Walking Dead, I do not like The Walking Dead. It's too depressing. What do you call it? Because the way I look at that show, it's just a fantasy, a science fiction show. But like if somehow or another in another universe, zombies take over, well, if you see some people in Walmart, imagine a world where you can walk in any Walmart and any Target and just take what you want. You don't have to pay for anything. You just take what you want because there's just zombies. There's only like 1% of the population left. Well, if you see some people you don't like or somebody don't like you, well, you just walk to the next town over. There's Walmarts everywhere. But the way the Walking Dead TV show is, when another human sees another person, they take them out and they steal what they have. Instead of just walking to another store where there's nobody at and you don't have to pay for anything, they'll just take somebody out and take their stuff. And I stopped watching it because it's too depressing. Because like one episode that really got me, it was like, what was it, like season 2 or season 2 or season 3? Rick, the sheriff, and the good guys was having all kind of problems and people dying and people killing them, and they were the good guys. Well, there was one episode they were driving in a car going somewhere, and they saw another human walking down the road by himself. Had a big old backpack, like a hiker's backpack. He just walked along. Well, Rick had been. This ties into your theme tonight. Rick and Michonne and the good guys had been betrayed so many times. They saw that man walking by himself, and the man started yelling, "Help me, help me, help me." But they've been betrayed so many times, they just didn't look. They just kept driving.
Right.
Well, the episode, that was at the beginning of the episode. Well, the episode, of course, something happened. One of them got killed or, they'd been betrayed or something happened. Well, they was driving back to, I think they were in the prison at that time because they'd had a fortress inside of a prison.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were driving back home to their fortress. Well, they saw that same man at the beginning of the episode. He had been killed by zombies, and they didn't say anything. They just stopped the car, reached out, got his backpack, put it in the car, and started driving back home. So, man, this is just too sad. What I'm getting at, what my fear is, that's kind of like that's more reality. That the Star Trek utopia positive future isn't probably more of a fantasy, in the Walking Dead is more of a reality.
So you like to watch the movies that
some comedy stuff and some lighthearted fare. So
I really enjoy the Walking Dead, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty cool.
Buddies of mine I've worked with, they talked about it all the time and they liked that. Said, oh man, too heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty I don't know. The Walking Dead, I like the show. I like the theme of the show. I like all of that stuff. So,
but but it's what do you call it? There's plenty of bad people in the world, and I know because you've talked about your background. I've worked in office environments most of my life as like a low-level office worker, and the stuff you talk about, I've seen the exact same stuff in the office environment in the real world, with no logical basis. Like, for example, like if you drop $1,000 on the table, oh man, you expect people to fight over it. But I've seen people argue, and insult me and insult other people and get real mad about something that don't matter. No money on the table. And why?
Exactly. Well, to us logical, to anybody that can think things through logically, it doesn't. often people have a hard time believing, which is why I save so much evidence when things happen. And, you know, I'm not going to go too much into that because I don't want to give away too much of what I do. But that, you know, that's one reason I save so much evidence and I do some of the things I do the way I do them is because I'm not looking for you know, I'm not looking for trouble, but I know it's coming. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And logical people have a hard time believing that other people would do the things that they do. And the reason that they have a hard time believing that is because they're logical. You know what I mean? And the people that are doing the harm to you are not. They don't practice a logic, and they certainly don't practice maturity. So, I mean, I hope that helps a little bit. Anyway, I want to read what Morton says. Hang on, I got to read this. Morton said, "My name is Prince says, wait a minute, hang on. One thing I've learned about YouTube is that creators who don't understand the platform have a scarcity mindset." That's very true. Very true. Prince also said, "If you can figure out what videos your audience is watching, you never have to worry about what other videos people watch." 100% true. 100% true. Morton says, "Places like Pattaya are a magnet for psychopaths, so be careful with people you meet in such places." That is true, Morton. I've been lucky. I've been sort of lucky so far. Ross says, "Y'all have a great day. Time to eat." I hear you. I'm getting hungry too. I'm gonna shut it down here in just a minute or two. Brent says, "I've never seen The Walking Dead. You should watch it. It's awesome." Big Bear Hug Bear says, "If you want to see The Walking Dead, watch the news when Congress is in session." That's funny. That's funny. Scott Selway, you have to cover see ya. Okay, see you, Scott. Thanks for dropping by, man. And Derek C says, "I agree, Jeremy. You never prepare to fail. You fail to prepare." That's true. That's 100% true.
I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah, that's a very good saying. If you fail to prepare, you are essentially preparing to fail. So, you know, if you got a task coming up, or if you got something big coming up, that kind of thing, you know, you want to make sure that you're prepared for it, because if you're not prepared for it, then you will fail. So doing that is really and I've said, you've heard me say before, preparation is the solution to anxiety, right? So and that is the truth. All you can do is prepare for it. Prince says, Tim Larkin at Target Focus Training talks about asocial behavior. That's how people act when they don't follow logical behavior. I've heard that. I took a couple psychology classes in college, so I've heard that before too.
Hey, can I ask, you made a comment earlier about something that was called Spartan Chemical Company. Is that like an offline question, or because I Googled that and just said there's some company in Ohio or something?
Well, there's one in California too. Because I've been in the background doing my thing. So I was just wanting to find out a little something about it, just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, and another thing, like what was it? I don't know. It's been a while because I've been experimenting on, because just my little hobby and stuff, putting the camera up. Because one thing I struggle with is because for example, I mentioned I went to Thailand like 3 times before I could even like cross the road. That's not in any guidebook, and there's like no crosswalks, no crossing, signals, and there's nothing. How do you do it? I haven't seen one video about it. I did finally figure out how to do it. Well, I made like 2 videos about Thailand that talked about some things like that. Like, for example, the money they don't tell you in the guidebook, the money is a lot larger. So if you put that in an American style wallet, the money sticks out and everybody can see how much money you have. And so I made like 2 videos that talked about, I called them Thailand 101. I said, man, I marked them private because I said, man, I don't know if I want to get into the Thailand vlogger game.
Well, you just have to, if you want to get into it, you just have to be ready for the,
Yeah.
you just have to be ready for the, whatchamacallit, for the end result, you know, like what's going to happen. Yeah. So
my next trip there, if I get to come back, I probably just go like nature and walking down a trail.
You know,
I'm not going to get into the vlogger game.
The saddest part about the whole thing is this. Everybody could have a good time on YouTube. Everybody could have a good time doing what we do here, right? Everybody. You could have, that's why this family for the most part sticks together. And I believe in my DoMoreLife family. I really believe that. I believe that we have come together in such a way that makes us family, and or at least ties us in as an online family, I would say. And I think that or being somebody who gets jerked out of that family, or somebody who betrays, really is what it all amounts to. Somebody who betrays the community in itself. You know, they're not going to be around because, number one, this is my channel, and number two, my Facebook group is my Facebook group. And if I feel like you are spreading negativity about myself or anyone that's involved with DoMoreLife in any capacity, you're not going to be around. You know, you're not going to be a part of the community anymore. And that was all I set out to do. And he wanted to raise the stakes, so raise the stakes. What can I do?
Yeah, you got a right to, your own Facebook page. You got a right to, if you want to pull somebody out.
I mean, it's
your own, YouTube channel.
Scott Silway says, "Sorry, cover your butt. See ya." Okay. Oh, that's what he was trying to say. I will, Scott. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Filto says, "LOL, I just find a blocker to follow crossing the street too often. It's a little old lady." Hey, there's nothing wrong with finding a blocker. I used to do that in the Philippines. That was the first thing I did in the Philippines. So
that's where I started. But it was actually when I was in Chiang Mai, the hotel I stayed at that time, there was actually not a 7-Eleven that I could walk to on the same side of the road. I had to cross the road. So I finally just had to I learned the Frogger method. I've heard it called the Frogger method. And because I'd heard about that on TV where like people in Tokyo and like Japan and stuff, there's you see what the crowd is doing and just follow along. If it's like 10 people or so, people stop. But in that area, I was like the only pedestrian trying to cross the road at that time. But
brother, let me say a few things, and then we're going to shut this thing down for today. First, I appreciate Jim and Ross and Hike for coming on. I also appreciate all my moderators. I love you guys to death. Thank you. I thank everybody who came in the chat. I really appreciate it. I wanted to read this Prince comment here. It says, "You can't latch on to someone else to grow your channel. It never works." You're 100% correct. 100% correct, because you are going to be the center. Go ahead, Ike.
Yeah, and Prince, you are well on your way to the hero's journey.
Yeah.
That's the thing he matters. Or what do you call it? References in his channel, because Star Wars and Joseph Campbell. There's like a what do you call it? There's a literature. I can't remember now, but there's a lot of symbolism and metaphors into the Star Wars universe, and it's called the hero's journey. There's like a literature thing about it.
Filtho says, "Why did the chicken cross the road to get the to get the 7? Duh."
Yep. I was definitely chicken. I was definitely very chicken crossing the road. But I did make it.
Jim said, "Changing subject, guys. If I remember correctly, Jeremy's almost out of hours for StreamYard. If you guys like it and you want to keep it, it's it's $50 per month. And after everything's said and done, yeah, it's $50 a month if we want to keep it. And right now, Poggy B says, get over it. Most people simply suck." I like that. And Jim's doing his thing that he normally does there. I'll let him do that. But yeah, I enjoy the StreamYard myself. Currently have just a couple hours left on it, so
Yeah,
I don't.
it gave me a reason to put on a shirt or a good shirt.
Yeah, gave you a reason to get out of your PJs, right?
Yeah. Now it's time to get back into bed. It's like 10:30. Yeah, 10:30 p.m. here.
I got you. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Hike, I'm gonna let you say your favorite words. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is the channel dedicated to travel. Yep. This is the channel dedicated to travel, fun, photography, and education.
Education. That's so true. Roger says it's not most people. It just seems that way. I could agree with that also, Roger. It can go both ways depending on. It's like a glass half empty, glass half full thing. It depends on how you look at it. So I agree with you, Roger. I agree with both of you. To be honest, because it just depends on your perception of it. Stuck, thank you for being a great moderator. Robert, thank you for being a great moderator. He says, I enjoy StreamYard. That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you guys enjoy the StreamYard chats.
Yeah.
And,
Had 4 people on, or I should say you and 3 guests.
You won't see me tomorrow, guys. I may put out a video, but you won't see a live stream tomorrow. Obviously, the things I talked about earlier, I'm going to have to do tomorrow. So, because everything will be open on it's Monday. And with that being said, I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. All right. And whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. Take care, guys.